Happy nearly New Year, everyone. I hope that your 2017 is wrapping up real swell. It's been a while since I've officially updated you. Excuse me. That's related to some of the stuff I have going on. But I wanted to kind of give you an update and ask for your support in something. I'm on the slow upswing. People are regularly asking me how I'm feeling, and I think there's this kind of, I want to be able to say, oh, I'm so great, I'm feeling awesome. The reality is that I am not feeling awesome. I'm feeling a lot better. Well, I shouldn't even say a lot. I am feeling better than I was 6 months ago. That is for sure, and have been able to regain a lot of strength and put back on some of the weight that I lost during chemo. So I'm feeling pretty strong in that realm. Still have a lot of stuff going on, and in my nutritional therapy program, I'm learning a ton of stuff that is so valuable to my recovery right now. And I've said to Mike multiple times, like, even if I decide not to be an NTP, which is nutritional therapy practitioner, this information is so valuable and would be worth it, worth all the studying, worth the money for the program. Like, it would be so worthwhile. And I'm only a third of the way done, and I feel like I have so much information that I can already use to be helping people. I can't even imagine what it's going to be like in June when the program ends, and I have 3 times as much knowledge. It's just kind of mind-blowing. But along those kind of lines, some of the things that I'm dealing with a lot right now are GI issues still. My GI system was not good going into chemo, and it has been kind of annihilated by chemotherapy, as that kind of is one of the really like one of the primary targets, because it's such fast multiplying cells, and so damage can happen really easily there. So I'm testing right now for SIBO, which is small intestinal bacterial overgrowth. If you want to learn about it, let me know, and I would love to chat your ear off about it. But basically, bacteria is likely where it does not belong and is causing me a lot of GI symptoms. One of them is gas and burping. That's why I keep burping. TMI? Sorry. The other is adrenal fatigue. Those are kind of like my 2 primary, well, now there's been a third added, but those are like my 2 primary things. Being on really high doses of prednisone basically burns out adrenal glands, and they're responsible for helping the body adjust to stress, whether it's emotional stress, physical stress. It could be even the stress of like going from lying down to standing up, and just tackling like normal life stuff. So a lot of days still, normal life stuff is feeling so overwhelming and unmanageable in a lot of ways. So I'm trying a lot to pass things off to Mike and let go of some of my newfound control issues. So that's been really humbling and good. But yeah, the thing that I want to ask that is so hard to do, well, first of all, thank you for your support of us. I know that I said it in every single video, but I continue to just reflect and be blown away by the support of the people in this group and the people that you know that are outside of this group. And so I'm just really, really thankful for that. And the reason that I am giving an ask or whatever, again, is that my continued recovery and care is very expensive and is not covered by insurance. And so healthcare costs just for me are really high right now. And that is a whole nother challenging thing because I feel guilty about it. But at the same time, like, this is the time to be repairing things that have been damaged because my system is so compromised still. My immune system is still really weak, like borderline neutropenic. I've been doing a lot to support that, but yeah, the care that I need is unfortunately not found within allopathic medicine. And so I'm seeing a really great naturopath who has been so helpful. But it's expensive to see her, and she is the only doctor that has been really helping me get what I need and digging deeper to figure out what's still going on, and supporting my body, because this first year especially, there's just a scary chance of recurrence. And a lot of you likely know that I had a PET scan last week, maybe a week and a half ago. Was really, really nervous about that and was honestly expecting bad news. So when I got the "you're still cancer-free" news, I just burst into tears and simultaneously had this feeling of like, okay, that fear is real and that possibility is real. And so even though I have been so diligent about self-care and repair and healing, I recognize like I need a more aggressive healing protocol because I still have a lot of inflammation and a compromised immune system and damaged gut, everything. So if you feel led to love and support us again, or for the first time financially, that would be unbelievably helpful. That would be so helpful. Mike is working again, which is really good. But especially right now because of Christmas break, he's not working as a sub because school is out, and he's actually out driving for Uber right now. But the kind of paycheck situation is just not as consistent, and I'm not able to work full-time for a number of reasons, and our health costs are just really high right now. And so I just needed to access my own vulnerability and just humbly ask if you feel led and compelled to support us financially in this time, whether it's one small donation or something ongoing, that would mean the world to us. Just the world to us. I can't even put it into words. And I will ask Kelly to post in the comments how you can do that if you are interested and willing and able. And we love you guys so much and are so blessed by this community, and are just regularly in awe of this network of people that have loved us through this season. And the season is still going on. I think that's kind of one of the biggest takeaways, is that a lot of people even said to me, oh, it's so great that chemo's over so you can go back to normal life. And normal life there is no normal. Like, I'm not going back for sure. But the new normal has still a lot of challenges, and in order to stay in remission and be healthy, it requires a lot of care right now. So that would be so appreciated. Another interesting thing, when I got a bunch of test results on Thursday. A lot of them were really positive. Things are definitely moving in the right direction. There are still some things that need supporting. One of them is that I did some genetic testing, and my naturopath reported that I have two gene mutations on the MTHFR enzyme, basically. Which people that are more crass in the naturopathic world call it the mother effer enzyme, because it's like not great if you have that. So that was really interesting to learn about and so encouraging. I've gone deep into the internet bowels researching about this. It's called a compound heterozygous MTHFR mutation. And for all you science people, the MTHFR is methyl tetrahydrofolate reductase. Yes. Yes, methyl tetrahydro. Oh, it's so hard. Something. Reductase. Yeah, the reductase part, the ACE means that it's an enzyme. So it's really important for like a ton of processes in the body. And the way that Gal described it on her website, which was so helpful, was like our genetic makeup. Think of it like a cookbook. If in the cookbook there's a recipe for mayonnaise and something is tweaked in the recipe for mayonnaise so that when you make it, it doesn't taste like mayonnaise and it doesn't taste good. Well, that's like the MTHFR gene. So all these other processes that rely on it, if they use that gene, then things are going awry. So similarly, if you used recipes in the cookbook that called for mayonnaise on page 32 and you use that recipe for mayonnaise, you are not going to have a proper dish. So when you're young, I mean, I'm young, but I'm not like 7. When you're young, it might not manifest in a lot of ways because if you think of like a picnic table, say that only one thing on that picnic table has mayonnaise. Well, the older that you get, the more things on the table have that faulty ingredient in them. So then you're like, ooh, bad potato salad and bad Thousand Island dressing and bad this and bad that because it's ruined a bunch of things. So that was really like, I don't feel bummed about it. I'm super thankful because there are some really simple ways that I can support my genetic makeup. It would have been so helpful to know about this earlier in life, but there's no time like the present. So I am going to be taking a new supplement that will help with the methylation process. So that is really good. But yeah, basically right now, because of the double compound means that it's double, the double mutation, I have like a 50% reduction of that enzyme that's important for like 1,000 things in the body. So learning a lot about that. Get your genes tested. It's not that expensive. So helpful because these mutations can be linked to things like cardiovascular disease, which if there's an easy way to support your system in that, why the heck not? And I think there's a lot of fear in learning that we have mutated genes, but epigenetics is not the genes that are just given to us, but how our environment and our lifestyle choices and our nutritional choices all impact our genetic makeup. So epigenetics for me is trying to reduce stress. It's taking this supplement that's going to help support this methylation pathway. So I can work on that, which is really positive. And I'm going to have clients that are going to have genetic mutations, and I love knowing about it because we are so complicated and it's so beautiful and also can be really discouraging. So anyway, this video is getting really long, but mostly because I'm really excited about the stuff that I'm learning and I want to share it with the whole world because I want you to be well and healthy and believe that that is totally within reach. So anyway, that is all. We love you. If you are able to financially help us right now, that would be so amazing. Thank you for your support in advance. Oh, and I wanted to say, probably very few people have even made it to the end of this, but that's okay. If you have, good job. I wanted to say that if you are interested in helping, there are ways that we can also kind of provide services. I would be more than happy to do a nutritional therapy consult. Mike has mad skills in hand lettering and digitizing it so that you can make your own New Year's card for your family or other graphic design stuff. And we would love to offer our services. If you're like, yeah, I could totally like hire you guys to do this. That would be amazing. But if you also just want to say, hey, take this and don't worry about, making a card or whatever, that would be so wonderful too. Yeah, anyway, that's all. Ramble, ramble, ramble. Love you guys. And we'll talk to you soon. And I'll have Kelly post some info about donating in the comment below. Okay. Thanks, you guys. Bye.